Society now is consumer driven, and if it doesn't work, throw it out. And that's what people do with their dogs. It doesn't work anymore, throw it out. And Doggy Rescue can't bear to think of 60,000 healthy dogs and cats every year in New South Wales alone being put to death for no apparent reason. We take on dogs of any age, any behavioural problem, any emotional problems, any health problems, and we look after them to the best of our ability. If they've got behavioural or emotional problems, we work on them with training to the point that somebody else is prepared to take on the challenge and give that dog the best possible life.
So this is Dutchie. So he's the one who's done
Unconditionally love you. We're always happy to see you around.
Within any volunteer organisation, your skills from your previous life will allow you to take on challenges.
Today's event is really about celebrating the launch of our 2016 calendar. The calendar is the biggest fundraiser for Doggy Rescue. We've been very kindly donated all the printing and the design work, so all the sales of the calendar go towards raising money to helping us to save more dogs. And as it's Halloween, we wanted to do a Halloween themed party. Lots of games for the kids, try and attract children to come and see what's happening at Doggy Rescue. We can tell them about Doggy Rescue and what we're doing.
This bag has your name written all over it.
Sorry, I sort of slipped the... What are you guys doing? Don't drop off.
Oi! You'd have that up mine anyway. I always share my favorite thing.
Good. So, yeah, and we've got eyeball cupcakes, the lovely handmade cookies by Natasha. Yeah, and these are some professionally made sweets as well.
It would be wonderful if one day we were put out of business because we weren't needed anymore. That people learnt to value their animals, take them on for life. You know, I mean, I know it's a silly saying, but a dog is for life, not for Christmas. You don't give pets for Christmas. You don't give any sort of pet for Christmas. You only choose an animal to come into your life after a lot of soul searching, and that's why Doggy Rescue is not an open shelter. You can't come in and say, I want that dog, because you're just as likely to walk away really cross because you'll be told you can't have that dog. It doesn't suit your lifestyle. We ask people to think clearly about why they're taking on a dog. We have a questionnaire that you fill in first and foremost, which is about your lifestyle, your fences, your garden, how often you walk, how many hours you work, what dogs you've had before, where is the dog going to live in your home. You've got to think about all these things before you take a dog into your life. You can't suddenly take on a dog and go, oh, it weed on my carpet, I'm going to give it back. You know, because yes, they may, and you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for the challenge of dog ownership. In the first couple of months, yes, the dog will push you sometimes to tearing your hair out point. You know, why have I done this? But you've just got to keep training and treating and doing all the positive things. You know, you don't just throw a dog out because it doesn't work for you anymore. You work beyond that.